Hi, welcome to Don's Manufactory. Let's start with the good news, and that is paint from my local PPG store. The color wasn't quite right, but I had some of the old paint that I could mix with it, and so I could essentially tint it between the two extremes. The original paint was too red, the new paint was like brown. I took those paints and I mixed them until I had a good match. And so next up is shooting a test panel. Let's get at it. On the left here, that's the color that is on the car that I didn't like because of how red it is. This is the new color they got me. They mixed for me. It is got a coarser metallic and it's brown. Doesn't have much red in it at all. It still looks pretty elegant though. And then over here you can see the line there. This is me mixing the two until almost a perfect match for the original paint. Which one would you use? I definitely like the metallic sparkle in that one. But this one, it doesn't seem so dramatic because there's finer metallic sort of filling it in. Hi, welcome to Don's Manufactory. Hey, I think I like this gun. It worked really good on that test panel. So, now that I have paint, you know what I ended up doing is just mixing all the paint I had left with all the paint I just bought, and the color seems perfect. So next up is just finishing up the car. I gotta clean the room here and get the car all prepped and get it painted. So let's get at that, like right now. Spent some time cleaning my air hoses. Just finished mopping the floor. Got the lights all clean, all the overhead stuff done. Just got to finish picking up the bench there. I got to make extra room for myself up there because I can't have anything on the bench in front of the fan because it just sucks it right up to it. Took the passenger fender off and put new masking paper in the cowl. I have been cleaning, finished all the masking and washing the car, cleaning the walls, rigging the lighting, getting ready for paint day tomorrow. Should have painting temperature by 11 o'clock, 55 degrees out. It's about 9 o'clock. Just got through mopping the floor. I gotta start washing the car down. So when I get the extra booth lighting on, then I'm seeing little imperfections that I have to take care of. So while I thought I was all through sanding and scuffing, I find myself going back over it with the gray Scotch-Brite just to make sure that everything is smooth. Well, it's 9:30. The metal is 60 degrees. It's getting on to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There was a lot of sanding to do on that car, and now, same as the last time, by the time I'm through prepping, I'm already tired and I have to paint. But I got to wipe the car down with prep. I did go through to metal right there, so I ended up shooting it with a little self-etch. Blew through the corner there too, so I shot that with self-etch. First coat of base, not too bad. Had to go around with the little touch-up gun and hit a few of those little bare spots where I cut through, just so that this coat had better hiding. There's one right there. And another one right there along that ridge. Anyway, doesn't look too bad. It's hiding pretty well. On this next coat, I have to switch to a slower reducer because we're up to 80 degrees. Looking over there, you can see just a little bit of overspray. So I'm going to let this coat dry all the way and then clean it. Well, you'll notice I'm using the Master Pro 44, and that is because the cobalt started screwing up after the first coat. I don't know what happened, but I wasn't going to pursue it. I just grabbed the other gun and started. I also didn't, until I looked at this video here, I didn't realize that I had started the hood wrong. I started in the center and went out. I should have started on one side and gone across so that I'm always pushing the wet edge forward. Whatever. But one thing I'm really impressed with is how fast the overspray disappears. The ventilation system is obviously working very well. You might also notice that, I don't know, looking at the video here, it seems like when I'm doing my drop coat, I'm not raising my arm high enough. And it could be that my arms are just so tired that I'm having a hard time getting the elevation that I need, especially when I'm doing the top. But, all in all, just watching me paint here, it seems like I've got a decent rhythm and whatnot. Second coat of base. Little overspray over there, of course. Not what you'd call a lot of dirt in it, or nibs, or anything. I did end up sanding, I think it was over here, one of my hairs dropped into it. So I had to sand that before this coat. Third coat. The deck lid looks really good. The top I'm not entirely sure about. Let's see if I can pick it up with the camera. Can't tell if it's got stripes in it or not. I looked at it with the light. Boy, every spot where I went through the clear, it has a different texture. Sure hope those don't show up when the clear goes on. It looks pretty good. Eventually I made up my mind that I was going to go ahead and do another half coat and drop coat on the hood, the top, and the deck lid with a lot of elevation on the gun to make sure I got the metallic right. It looks like there's a stripe in the middle. Can't tell for sure. It could be just overspray. So I guess I'll have to check it after I clean the overspray tomorrow. So the clear is going on really well, except that the temperature is going up constantly. I mean, we're getting up into the 80, 90 degree range now. And the first and second coat went on pretty good. Third coat went on, shall we say, orange peely, just because the temperature kept rising. And the activator that I had was good to 75 degrees, and it was almost 90. So that became a problem when shooting it. Even though I was thinning it with 90 degree reducer, it still didn't, it just was having a hard time working. Look at how much dirt is on these filters. That's what collected while the fans were running and I was painting the car. Amazing. All that dirt would have been in my paint. metallic looks perfect. Okay, here is the big reveal. I don't see one spot of bad metallic anywhere on the car. It is very smoothly laid down. The sun isn't high enough yet. It's still pretty early in the morning. But look at the difference in the deck lid. Just smooth. Yeah. Thanks for watching Don's Manufactory. I'll catch you later.